Good morning, everybody. Just give me 1 second here. We are going to go to Facebook Live. We're going to try to anyway. So if you'll just give me a minute or two here while we try to get that feed set up. It's kind of weird. You have to go live on Zoom first and then push it to Facebook. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so we want to go. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Looks like they've changed it again, which is awesome. So happy about that. I don't think we're going to be able to go live to our page, which is a bit of a bummer, but let's just see if we can go live anywhere. So if people are looking for it, I think it's going to go live to, let's see, it's going to go live to my page, I think. So they changed it again. I love it when they change things and they don't tell us. That's okay. We'll get it going. Good morning, everybody. I see everybody logging in. Thank you. Welcome. Just give me a minute or two here and we'll get cracking. Hope everybody is good. And we'll see if, well, it says we're live on Facebook. So hopefully we are. If not, hopefully that you guys got your checking it out here on Zoom. So I am going to do a little screen share and get going. Let's see if we got it. Oh, oops. All right, everybody. Well, good morning and welcome. Welcome February monthly sales meeting. And I'm excited today. I got a lot of stuff to get through. And I know I say that all the time, but really this morning is a lot of stuff. So we're just going to get started. And I see all these people jumping on. So good morning and welcome. Good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning. So we're going to jump right in and get started. So first thing I want to talk about, let's go back, is something I'm calling Impact 2021. And Impact 2021 is something that I thought a lot about coming out of this weird 2020 and going into 2021. And so our entire team, so all the employees, Realty One Group Complete employees, are getting together next Friday to kind of set a plan in motion for Impact 2021. And what that is we are going to develop ideas, concepts, and things that we can do to make an impact in 2021. And we're going to make an impact in 3 different areas. And I'm asking all of you, if you want to help or participate, more than welcome. Number 1, we want to impact you. As our customers, as our agents, we want to continue to do things that impact you and your business in a positive way. So that's number 1. Number 2, we want to impact our team. So our employees, we want to have a positive impact on their lives and their work environment. And then number 3, we want to impact the community. So we want to do whatever we can to make a positive impact in our community. 2021 is going to be an interesting year. It's going to be a year of kind of coming out of this past year of weirdness and craziness. And I know for us, we're so fortunate that in the real estate industry that a lot of us haven't been as impacted financially as some of the other businesses in other sectors. So we, as an organization, as Realty One Group Complete, want to impact the community in a positive way. And that's going to be our focus this year. That's going to be our theme this year. It's Impact 2021. How can we impact our agents in a positive way? How can we impact our employees, our team, in a positive way? And most of all, how can we impact the community in a positive way? So I'm asking all of you, if you want to help and participate as we roll these things out throughout the year, please help us make an impact and make 2021 a year of recovery and a year of positive light in people's lives. So that's it. Impact 2021. I'm excited for it this year, and look for a lot of really great, amazing things coming real soon. Okay, we started this, about 3 or 4 months ago, and I love it. And it's called Meet the Team. And we've had a lot of new agents join in the past year. We've had a lot of new team members join, and we're not in the office. We don't see people as much. We see names through emails, and we see posts, but we can't ever connect it. So this is just a fun little thing that we started doing. Every meeting, we like to introduce 2 team members and just tell you a little bit about them. And this is Bianca out of the Sacramento office. And Bianca's been with us for several years now. She does a great job in the Sacramento office, always a positive, shining light there. And some of the interesting things about her, she's a singer in a band. Great voice. You could probably find her on YouTube, something like that. You can see her sing. She's a great singer, a great person, and a great mom. So that's her. As you can see right there, her single biggest accomplishment is being a mom. So everybody say hi to Bianca. Next time you're in the Sacramento office, you'll be able to put a name to the face. And then the next one we want to introduce you today. A lot of you probably know her. But you might not have ever seen her or met her. You just know her again through emails, and she's our lead transaction coordinator, and it's Sherelle. Sherelle primarily works out of the Rocklin office, although like a lot of our team for the past year has been working at home, but Sherelle has been a great addition to our team, and she's a really, really strong employee, and man, I have never seen anybody be able to tackle the things that she does. So a great addition to the team. And her, one interesting thing about her, I thought this was cool. I didn't even know this. She won Female Athlete of the Year, and she was invited to play internationally on their junior national softball team. So that's really, really cool. And I know she does, for those of you that don't know her, she's very competitive. Has been organizing our softball team and does some softball coaching on the side. So that's it. So Sherelle and Bianca, if you guys have not had a chance to say hello, next time you'll be able to put a name to the face, say hello. So we're excited. Quick reminder, let us help you, right? We have 369 refer agents and get your monthly fees waived. So refer just 3 agents, you get 6 months free. Refer up to 9 and your monthly fees are waived for life. And we have a lot of agents that have done just that. So let us help you, help us grow. The more we grow, the more tools and resources we can give you, and it helps you out too. So just a quick reminder for that. So I'm gonna just kind of do a little pause here. I'm just gonna check and see if we have anything on the chat that I need to address. Hello, hello, good morning, good morning, good morning. Awesome. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna jump right into $1 Million Club. I love $1 Million Club, but it's been such a bummer that we haven't been able to do all the elements of the $1 Million Club. So for those of you that don't know, the $1 Million Club is a way for us to recognize success amongst our agents. And we never like to just go, hey, top producer, because oftentimes it might be the same person. There might be an agent that is never the top producer, but 1 month out of the year just has a fantastic month. So we want to recognize everybody that is having success. So we created the $1 Million Club. And what that is every agent that has done at least $1 million in sales the previous month, excuse me, we recognize in the $1 Million Club. And we do a lot of cool things around it. Of course, we recognize it here. We recognize it internally in the office. We have these big giant signs that we make every single month. We make a new sign. We recognize it in our video loop. So when you're in the offices, you see on all our TVs, all the video loops that are playing. And then probably one of the most important things is we recognize you on social media. We do a big social media push. We tag everybody if we can. And it allows us to brag about you. So it's been really impactful. Every single month I get agents that reach out to me that say, oh my gosh, that was a great post. So it's not you bragging about yourself, it's us bragging about you and your accomplishments. The element that bums me out the most that we haven't been able to do is we do $1 million club lunch every single month. I take everybody out to lunch. We haven't done that in almost a year now, which is such a bummer. So I've been saying this, and I promise you, everybody that has made the $1 Million Club since last March, once we get out of this COVID craziness, which I think we're almost there, we are going to have the biggest lunch party that you could possibly imagine. So I can't wait for that. That's the element that I'm so disappointed that we don't get to sit down and kind of spend some time with each other. So let's start off with Rocklin. This is the $1 Million Club. I kind of go through this fast because there's typically a lot of people. Again, another great month of $1 Million Club people. So let's get going. If I can get my computer to work. Okay, good. So Rocklin, Heather, Jessica, David, big round of applause if you could for those people. And we have Tara, Ashley, Shar, Aaron, Connie, and Stephanie. Congratulations and great job, you guys. There we go. Still in Rocklin, Alexis, Ben, Lori, Elena, Rachel, Paul, Amy, and Lori. Great job, you guys. Congratulations. Hey, next time you see one of these guys, say, hey, congratulations, because this is a lot of business that these people are doing, and they deserve all the credit that they get. Devin, Susan, Rick, Sheila, Yu Ying, Jamie, Justin, and Laura, congratulations. And our top producer this month for sales and volume, and Brett continues to tear it up, it's Brett Freer with 9 transactions with $4 million in volume. Great job, Rocklin crew. Great job, Brett. And let's just keep moving. We're in Sacramento. The Sacramento $1 Million Club looks like this. We have Edward, CJ, Inessa, and Win Lee. Congratulations. Again, you see these guys, tell them congratulations. And top producer in sales, a 3-way tie with Dennis, David, and Michael. And then top producer in volume with nearly $2 million in volume and sales is Dennis. So congratulations. Last but not least, Bolsum. So Sunny, Cassandra, and Jackie, great job, you guys. Congratulations on a great month. Havilah, Owen, Davron, John, and Lucy, congratulations. Another solid month. And top producer in sales, we have Tanya with 4 transactions. And top producer in volume, Donovan Moore with 2.22 million in sales. So that's a big congratulations to the entire $1 Million Club. Great job, you guys. I can't wait to go to lunch, which will be sooner than later, I hope. Okay, now we're on to teams. We have quite a few teams here at Realty One Group, and really quite a few teams that are quite successful. And we always like to recognize the teams. And here's my reminder every month. For team leaders, you have to give us your numbers for the month, and we'll make sure that we recognize you. You guys do such a great job on your teams, and we want to recognize you, but we need your help in doing that. So we have the Freer Realty Group with 13 transactions and over $6 million in sales. Great job. We have the Pros Real Estate Group, 10 transactions. Cash and Eklund with 8 transactions and 4.3 million in volume. We have Megan Price and the Big Team, 7 transactions. The Arnest Group with 5 transactions, and the Hayes Taylor Group out of Folsom with 4 transactions, 2.4 million in sales. So great job to all the $1 Million Club agents, and great job to all those team leaders and team members that are out there working hard and doing a fantastic job. So congratulations to everybody. All right, I gotta take a drink of water for this because I got a lot to say about this. So market update. I wish I could see you all. I would say, what do you think about the market? Where do you think the market's headed? What do you think the status is? Can we sustain this run that we've been on since really March of last year? How long can it go? How long can we have these crazy offer scenarios? Are we going to get more inventory? Those are all questions that you should be asking yourself, and you should be kind of researching on your own, because I think your clients are going to more and more as we head into the spring are going to be asking you those same questions. Remember, you're the expert, right? So you're going to be the one that they reach out to, and the one that you want them to reach out to share your expertise. So a little bit of a market update. Before I do that, let me just, again, let's check the chat and let's see if there's any questions. Oh, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Congratulations. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Nothing on the chat thing. And then I just got to apologize. If you're trying to find us on Facebook, there might have been a little glitch there. So hopefully we're out there somewhere. Facebook changed it up again. What can I say? They like to change things without telling people. Okay, market update. Here we go. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. All right. So as you know, my favorite slide, and I wanted to let you know, I've changed the parameters of this, how I pull this data, and I'm going to keep it like this the rest of the year. Well, the rest of the time. So I used to just pull data from Placer, Sacramento, El Dorado, and Yolo County. This is all of MetroList. So this is the entire kind of market. We do so much business now outside of those 3 or 4 counties. So I wanted to include the entire market. So with that, you have to remember this. This is a pretty wide 10,000 foot view of our market. A particular neighborhood, a particular zip code might be different. So when you're talking to your clients, make sure that you're being very, very specific in regards to their neighborhood or their zip code, because it might look a little bit different. And when you talk in wide terms, sometimes you'll create unrealistic expectations, right? Okay, so let's just take a look at this. The red line is pending sales. That's to me is like the clearest indicator of kind of where we're at. I want you to take a look back, March, April of 20. You can see that's the big low dip there. That's COVID, right? And then you can just see how the market just took off, right? It took all the way up into July, August, and then we started our typical downward trend towards the 4th quarter of the year. Then I just want you to look at something. I say this all the time. When does our market heat up? It's January, okay? It's not spring, it's not March, it's not April. If this slide, or this particular slide, if you go back to December, January of 20, you'll see what happened. It started going up. You'll see it's going up now. So the market is really, really taken off. The biggest issue that we are going to continue to have, can anybody guess? It's inventory. So we're going to continue, and we're going to talk about that because I think that's a critical way, a critical element that you need to add to your business this year. Okay, so this is average days on the market. You can see January of 2020. That's pretty typical, 40, 50 days. COVID hit, it kind of went down and spiked back up. And you can see it's about 26 days. And I know what you're thinking, 26 days? Things are selling in like 2 days. Remember, this is just average across the market and across all price points. You know, something over $2 million is probably going to sit on the market a little longer than something at $400,000. So again, when you're talking to your client, make sure you're being able to articulate for their specific price point and their specific location. The top green line just represents sales price to original list price. And when you see that 100%, that means everything's coming in at list price and better. You can see previously last year, we typically see a little bit of a dip in the 4th quarter of the year. This year, we did not really see that at all. So really, real strong indicators there. I took this from Ryan Lundquist, so I always have to give Ryan props. Ryan Lundquist is an appraiser here locally in Sacramento, and he runs a blog called SacramentoAppraisalBlog.com. Fantastic information. Always gives great market information, provides great slides and great original content. He's always looking at the market through a different lens, which is really, really cool. So I highly recommend it if you haven't checked out his blog to check out his blog. He's very generous with sharing the information that he puts out there. He just simply asks that you give him credit, which is truly deserved. So this again, Ryan Lundquist, SacramentoAppraisalBlog.com. But check this out. if you look at the black line at the bottom, what we're looking at here is a monthly median price in Sacramento. So monthly median price in Sacramento. And if you see that black line, that's at the bottom, that's 2016, right? So it's about a 315,000 median price. It kind of peaks up in the summer and kind of trails off. Red line, 2017, we had a little bump in value. So it kind of follows the same trend. Green line, that's 2018. You can kind of see the trend is kind of following the same. Each year we've had a little bit of an increase in median price, which is fantastic. You'll see the purple line represents 19. The blue line, look at that blue line, that's 2020. You can probably see COVID issues where that little dip took off, but you probably don't, I don't even know if you've noticed this, but look at this right here. That's the start of 2021. Look at the median price increase over the past 4 years, from about 318,000 to almost 480,000 median price in our entire Sacramento region. That is some crazy growth and crazy net equity gains, right? So if you look back again, look at the little gaps between those lines. There's good growth there. Between 18 and 19, it was a little bit smaller. 19 and 20, it kind of jumped up again. But look at the gap between 20 and where we started in 2021. So this would be an interesting kind of graph to take a look at and keep our eye on to see how that trends out the rest of the year. So again, inventory is an issue. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. This just shows the per month inventory, months of inventory on closed sales. We're still under a month of inventory, and that's low. As you can see, it's been low since about July of last year, continues to be low. For those of you that don't really understand how that's calculated, what that means is basically if not one more house came on the market from now moving forward, we would sell everything on the market within about 3 weeks. So that's low inventory. So typically under 4 months of inventory is a seller's market, above 5 months is a buyer's market. So we're definitely, if you're trying to figure out what kind of market we're in, that's a good indicator telling you exactly what kind of market we're in, right? These slides, next couple slides here, just wanted to share with you. This kind of takes a look at things from a state level. So this is active listings across the state of California since March of last year. Again, the listing inventory issue is not specific to our market. It's statewide, and actually it's nationwide. You go to any major metropolitan market in the country, and they're seeing the same kind of things as here. But this just goes to show you across the whole state. Thought that was interesting. And this was, I thought, a really key way to kind of segue into what I want to talk about next. And this was part of a survey that was just completed. And the question was to agents: have you had any clients holding back from selling because of coronavirus? So think about that. Have you had any clients holding back from selling because of coronavirus? 48% said yes. So 48% of agents that were surveyed said yes, they have had clients. What that means is there's a huge untapped potential selling opportunity for you, listing opportunity just sitting out there. So how do we tap into that? We are going to have to, as agents, educate people, number one, how we can manage a listing through the coronavirus, all our kind of restrictions and guidelines. We've been able to successfully have a record year during a worldwide pandemic. So we need to educate our clients about that. There is this untapped amount of listings out there just waiting for you to reach out to them, educate them, show them what's going on in the market, and get those homes on the market. I want to talk a little bit about Home IQ, but before I do that, I want to share with you just an important philosophy for you and your business. And the philosophy is simply this: you have to be flexible when you're in real estate. You have to understand ebbs and flows in the marketplace and adjust your business to match those ebbs and flows. Let me give you some example. We came in 2004 and 5, crazy, fast moving market, much like today. Although the lending issues back then we don't have today. But the point is, it was a seller's market. It was hot and crazy. The most successful agents had the listings, right? Then we went into this foreclosure, REO stage, and the successful agents went after those REO contacts and went after those bank contacts and survived. So some of the agents had the most successful 2 or 3 or 4 years of their entire careers during that foreclosure section. Then the market switched to short sales, and agents quickly switched to short sales and provided information to consumers on forbearance and on debt relief, excuse me, and on short sales, right? And a lot of agents had a lot of success during that short sale run. I was doing seminars at hotels, and we sold over 300 short sales during that time. I would go to hotels and have seminars and teach people about short sales. And then we went out of that into this kind of a bit of a neutral market, but now we're into the seller's market. So where should you be focusing your business on? Listings. You need to focus on sellers. And that previous slide, let me back up, excuse me, another drink of water. It's hard when you talk for 40 minutes straight. Remember, 48% of agents said that they've had clients tell them, hey, we're not going to sell because we're kind of the whole COVID thing, right? So we know there's an untapped resource. So I just want to share with you 4 or 5 things today you can do as soon as this is over to start targeting sellers, start targeting listings for your business. It's a tool that we have at our fingertips. It's free. All of you guys have an account. And there's some very, very specific tools within HomeIQ that allow you to target sellers. Okay, I'm going to go over this pretty quickly. You can generate seller leads through a home value website. You have a home value website with your HomeIQ account. Very, very easy, already set up. Basically, it's what is my home worth? They type in the address, they get signed up, you capture their information, and they get some great reports. Super easy there. Within HomeIQ report, everybody that you put into the system, it will tell you if they're missing their payments or late on their payments. I don't believe we're going to have a big wave of foreclosures. I'm kind of going against the grain there, but there's going to be some people that might be struggling making their payments. The great thing is a lot of those people might have equity. So you might be able to help them out by selling their home before it gets foreclosed on, putting some money in their pocket so they can kind of reset their life if they've had some financial troubles. All that information is in HomeIQ reports as well. Here's the thing that's bananas. You could take all of your past clients, or let's say you're doing some geographic farming or prospecting, and you have names and emails. You can put them into the system, and every single person in the system, it will give you what's called a pre-mover or predictive analytics score of homeowners that are likely to sell in the next 12 months, right? So can you imagine you have 100 past clients, or you have 500 people in your database, and it will tell you, check this out, with 72% accuracy of who's likely to sell their home in the next 12 months. How would you like to have that information? Couldn't you then create some very specific and targeted information to that person to encourage them to use you or reach out to you as their agent? So predictive AI analytics right inside HomeIQ. It's unbelievable. Purchase power calculator. For those people that are thinking about moving up or changing a lifestyle, it gives them a calculator that shows if they sell their house for this much, this is how much they'll net, this is how much they should be able to qualify for. So another great tool. And then this is like the easiest thing in the world. It's called Banners for Homeowners. You'll see right at the top, this is the link to your personal home equity landing page. You could literally copy that, post it, and people can, you can drive traffic to that. Post it on your email signature, post it on social media. And then below that, you'll see these are all ads that are pre-done for you. You can do 2 clicks and have them posted to Facebook or social media. So these are all tools that you already have that are right at your fingertips that are allowing you to prospect for sellers today, immediately. As soon as we get off this call, you guys should be jumping into your Home IQ account and getting this to potential sellers, getting your past clients in there, getting farming information in there. A great resource and a great way to go after those listings. I was talking to a agent the other day in our office, in the Rocklin office, and they were frustrated. They have like 12 buyers. So they have 12 buyers right now. And as you know, it's hard to get your buyers into contract. Think if you had 12 listings, what would that business look like for you? Probably a lot different. Here's the last thing that I think is important. You have this tool, Home IQ, that has, I just rattled off 5 or 6 ways that you could use it to go after seller leads. But I think you also need to create a referral generating system, okay? Take a screenshot of this right here, or if you have a phone, or if you're on a desktop, take your phone and take a picture of this screen. I think every agent should have a referral generating system. Everybody you meet is either a prospect or a referral partner. And you need to be proactive in your business, not reactive, right? So don't just wait for referrals, cultivate them, right? How do you cultivate them? So every referral generating system, in my opinion, should have these 5 elements as part of it. However you build it, whatever it looked like, it should include these 5 elements. Number 1, earn your referral. Do a great business. Treat your clients with respect. Treat fellow agents with respect. Give them a great customer experience, right? That's earning the referral. Number 2, ask for it. We have to ask for referrals, right? Don't hand someone a stack of business cards and say, hey, if you know anybody, blah, blah, blah. They're going to throw those in the trash cans. Ask for the referral during the process. You're working with a seller, you're working with a buyer. During the time that you're working with them, make sure that you reach out and ask them, hey, do you know of anybody that might need my service in the next 6 to 8 months? If so, this is number 3, teach people how to refer you. If so, please give their information to me. Tell them I will be calling them so you create a warm referral. Then you have to reward referral behavior. If you have someone that gives you a referral, reward them. A nice little gift card, a thank you, handwritten thank you card. Take them out to lunch. Reward referral behavior. And then number 5, create awareness through social behavior, right? So create awareness of who you are, what you're about, what your why is, and what you're doing for your clients in your real estate business. I had an agent tell me she always shares the victories, right? She just had a listing that went on the market. She had 20 plus offers. It went 100,000 over. She shares that on social media. So create a referral generating system and include those 5 things. Earn your referral, ask for your referral, teach people how to refer you, reward referral behavior, create awareness through social behavior. So Home IQ, referral generating system, go out and get listings. Good? All right, this is the part I hate. Like I want to talk and I want to interact and I want to answer questions. But the good thing is you're almost done listening to me for now because we're going to be moving on here, right? So for those of you that have not met Bonnie yet, Bonnie Burleck is our new training coordinator. She took over for our dear Carrie, who's relocating to Arizona and who is actually now working for the corporate office. So I want to bring on Bonnie right now. So she's got a few words. She's going to say hello to you and give you a little bit of information. So Bonnie, come on.
Great.
In.
Thanks, Greg. I know it's so hard to talk to everybody when you can't get any feedback, but I'm sitting here talking to my screen to you, Greg, so it's awesome. I'm so excited about 2021. As Greg said, is a year of recovery, and I'm excited to be a part of that with all of y'all. We have some training opportunity, learning opportunities coming up. Of course, we have Rev Up every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, 3 to 5. And this coming Tuesday is going to be starting back at number 1 for our 12-part series. So join us from 3 to 5. And on Wednesdays, this Wednesday, we are going to be doing zip forms with templates, making templates in your zip form. So if you don't know how to do that, or you just haven't done it yet, come join us for that workshop. I'm really excited about that. We also have some opportunities for coaching. If you have been in the business and feel like you're ready to give back and to help our up and coming rock stars be a coach, then come on. There's the screen, I'm sorry. Then come on and join us. Give me an email and let me get you the information so you can be a coach mentor to our up and coming stars too. We have a brand new coach, Sarah Crouch. I think that I went out of order, I apologize. Sarah Crouch is our newest coach. She's out of our Rocklin office, and I'm really excited because she's got a lot to offer, and I'm excited to pair her up with some new agents and that can learn from her. If you are interested in coaching, send me an email. And then here's some upcoming classes that I'd like you to put on your calendar. Obviously, today we're gonna have our lunch and learn with Movement Mortgage, which is always amazing. And then we have some mini workshops to go through your website and your CRM that are happening on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock. And they only last 15, 20 minutes. We're just, how do you eat an elephant, right? You just eat it one bite at a time. So we're just taking little pieces of it, mastering it, and moving on so that you can build the whole thing. And then mark a calendar for March 4th. We've had questions people have asked. Now you're going to learn how a 1031 exchange, how it works, how you can be a part of that, and you can help your buyers do that exchange for like properties. We're getting a lot of people who are selling their rental properties from the Bay Area, moving here and needing to do that 1031 exchange. So this is a great time for Bill to come and share with us. So mark that on your calendar, March 4th. And that's what I have for you. I'm excited to work and be with all y'all. So thanks so much.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Can you see me? Am I on?
Was I supposed to pass the baton? Kristen, and now we have Kristen.
Okay, I'm on.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. It's
okay.
Go, Kristen.
Okay, woo! I'm used to you, Greg, like, you know, leading the pack here. Okay, guys, good morning. Go ahead and change the slide, Gerg. Awesome. So a little bit more information on the 1099s. I wanted to remind everybody that they were emailed out on January 30th. They were specific, tricky little instructions on how to get in. And I know a couple of folks had a hard time getting in, but once they figured out it was the first 4 of your first name and the last 4 of your social, we were able to get in. Again, if you didn't get it and it wasn't in your spam or junk, please send me an email. If you did get it and you think it's wrong, send me an email. If you are a corporation, you're not going to get one because corporations self-report. And so that means that you need to have good record keeping throughout the year. So that way we're not required or responsible to send you the breakdown or anything. That's up to you. And then just a reminder that we only 1099 you for the money that you receive from us. If you pay a TC or an assistant, it's your responsibility to 1099 them. All right. I sent an email last week about car forms coming into SkySlope. They are not there yet. They're shooting for the end of the month. That's what I saw in their training yesterday. But within SkySlope, you can already start getting the training so that you can be ready when they do integrate. It looks like it's going to be a really great system and hopefully save everybody a lot of time with just merging these two tools. So get on in there and check out the trainings. All righty. Just a little note that they removed the confirmation of receipt from contingency removal and the notice to buyer to perform. Those confirmations were not required anyway, even though they were on the form. The only requirement was that you are sending the documents the same way that you have been communicating throughout the transaction. If I'm sending somebody a notice to perform, I'm going to want to actually text them and say, hey, I sent you a notice to perform, and then, email them, which to the same email that I had been using. And that right there is going to be your confirmation of receipt, because we can track emails. So we can go ahead and skip this one, Greg. Okay, so there are a lot of things going on right now that maybe we wouldn't normally be doing. For example, when we're writing offers for buyers are doing things that maybe we would not want them to do, and they are willing to go against the broker's advice. Well, we want all of that in writing. If you tell your client, I don't recommend putting in $20,000 and making it immediately non-refundable. But they say, I want to. Well, guess what? They might forget that later on. So we want something in writing, signed from the buyer or seller, if the seller is doing something, that they understand that it's against the broker's advice, that they understand that if they sign this and they deposit this money, that they are not getting it back. There are these amazing letters. If you don't like the letter, you can utilize the verbiage on the letters. So if you go into your car account in your zip forms, where you would normally see in the top right-hand corner, the library, you just go to car sample letters, and then there is just a whole library of various letters that you can use. I have recommended this multiple times this year already, which we're only, mid-February. So this is what one of them looks like. So if the seller is doing something that's against the advice, so for example, if they signed a request for repairs agreeing to make these repairs, you are made aware that they're not going to, or they haven't, it would be beneficial to you and us to say, hey, we understand that you agreed to do this, but you haven't done it, or you're not going to. This is a little bit, I think, less likely, but if we could look at the next one, against broker's advice for the buyer. There are so many things that a buyer could want to do that would be against our advice in a normal market. Some things that are happening right now aren't really what we might call normal. So they are, making completely or partially non-contingent offers. So that means the EMD is due and goes to the seller if all contingencies have been removed. Also making non-refundable deposits. I've seen the request of $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 go to the seller, all contingencies removed, which means as soon as that contract is signed, it's not when the money goes into escrow. As soon as that contract's signed and there's no contingencies, guess what? The seller is owed that money. We have had a situation where a buyer did make an offer, all contingencies removed, offered a large deposit, and then the deposit wasn't made and the buyer backed out. Well, guess what? The seller sued the buyer for that money and either put the money in escrow or give it to us or buy the home. This particular buyer ended up buying the home, but you have to understand that if you're making non-contingent offer, that money is due to the seller, even if the buyer doesn't complete the transaction. So there are so many options. So here's another one that's been really, really good and helpful for us. Many times, especially now, buyers are anxious to get into a property and are doing things that we wouldn't normally do. So let's say that they're, going into a property, and maybe there's something wrong with the property, and maybe the sellers also didn't disclose. The sellers are getting greedy out there too. So maybe there is something. So this is what you would use in case the buyer is made aware of something after closing and they are requesting something from the seller. So a repair wasn't complete per agreement. So you would complete this. It's a demand letter. It's from the buyer to the seller. Again, it's not from us. So it's a buyer to the seller, but then the agents are CC'd. So if we can go to the next page, you can see how the bottom part works. So this is everything laid out. Here's what you didn't agree to, or here's what you agreed to, here's what you didn't do, and then here's what the damages are, and we demand this money. So this is a buyer to the seller. Okay, great. Next one. So if you have any, sorry, I thought that there was the last one. So on the last part of that document, it just is signed by the buyer. I didn't include this part, but it's signed by the buyer, and then both agents are CC'd on this. And that just reminds us that it's not from us, the agents, it's from the buyer. And that's what we can facilitate communication, but we are not necessarily the negotiators or presenting the reasons why. So, okay, Gerg, I'm good. All right, here's a little reminder of who you can go to. Any kind of documents that you need, questions. If you go to Help Juice and you type in a little verbiage, let's say you've never done a commission demand with us before, you just type in commission demand, you can get the PDF document, and there's a video of how to complete it and where to send it. And again, so here's the list of emails and folks that you need to contact. Again, any legal issues or questions need to immediately go to Greg so that our insurance company could be notified if we feel that it's going to go that route. And referrals are also going all kinds of places. So all referrals need to go to referrals@rogcomplete.com. Very good. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Kristen. I can't believe it looks like we're tracking on time, which is amazing. And I'm thankful for that. But I just wanted to bring on one of our longtime business partners, the Movement Mortgage team. It's got some great stuff for you this morning, so you guys can take it away. And just tell me when you want me to click the slides.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So Mark Fulton here with Becky, and that is our team there. So Becky and I on the left, Keith on top there, and Allison top right, and then Chris and Randy on the bottom. Not sure why that font is all messed up there. Sorry about that. So a couple of thoughts before I start here. So that was some very interesting data, and I know, Greg, you covered a lot on what agents can do to maybe help get more listings, and hopefully Becky and I can give you guys some ideas on how to maybe get your buyers in a more competitive position on their offers, because it is tough out there. There's no inventory. We're seeing dozens of offers on properties, and hopefully we'll give you some ideas on how to make your buyer's offer more competitive. I think the next slide is Rescue loans.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I'm Becky, like Mark said. Rescue loans are our jam at Movement Mortgage. We have been able to get loans completed that have been in process elsewhere, and for one reason or another, that other lender couldn't get it to the finish line, right? Maybe additional guideline overlays, extra rules that we have. We service most of our loans. So we don't have a ton of extra overlays or extra guidelines added. Allison actually had a rescue loan for Paige that was a super unique situation. Just wanted to share those details with you, kind of let you know, like, movement and our underwriting managers are super creative. If the guidelines allow it, we're going to find a way to make it work. So borrower had not yet filed 17, 18, 19 tax returns. IRS was closed. Returns couldn't be filed. Movement allowed that loan to go through. Another lender would not. Buyer tried to get an appointment with the IRS, no appointments, couldn't get the stamp, all the usual stuff and things that are needed. Movement allowed the loan to be made with proof that the buyer paid the taxes that those tax returns showed due. So crazy creative, crazy amazing situation. Let us know if you're struggling on a loan. We would love to dig in and try to put on our superhero capes and see if we can save the day for you as well. Next slide.
Awesome. Okay, so this is a slide that we put up every month, and you know, interest rates have come down so much in the past year that banks have just been inundated with loans, and so turn times have increased a lot. What we do is we kind of push the refinances to the bottom of the pile, so to speak. So our goal is to try to push the purchase loans ahead so that you guys can make competitive offers. So the 671 6-hour underwrite. So our goal when we submit a loan to underwriting, in most cases, we'll have an underwriting approval the same day. And then we try to get that loan fully processed within 7 days. And then we do a true table funding in 1 day. And so what that means for you guys is on a conventional or an FHA transaction, it's very possible to actually write a 15-day offer. Because honestly, right now, I think if you're just putting 30 days on there and the buyers have a need for a quick close, it's probably not going to get accepted. So what we're doing in a lot of cases is maybe even going in with no loan contingency, 15-day close, VA transactions, and Becky will touch on this in a couple of slides. We can actually close those in 21 days. The only thing we don't have control over on the VA is the appraisal. That can take up to 10 business days. But these turn times are real now. Talk to us. We could definitely get transactions closed in like that 15-day timeline, which I think is going to help a lot with your buyers.
You guys, Allison is doing the Instagram for Real Estate Lunch and Learn up next. She is amazing on social media. If you guys aren't following her, you totally should. And she will help you to get your page up, running, pretty, and give you all kinds of tips and tricks there. So please join her.
All righty. So down payment assistance, and this is a little contradictory because we're talking about making your buyers offer more competitive, and if they're using a down payment assistance program, that might not be the case. So this might be something to maybe table for a couple of months when inventory comes back. But we want to let you know that when COVID hit, a lot of these down payment assistance programs either paused or they tightened the guidelines a lot to the point where it was really hard to benefit many people. Those guidelines have been loosened, so we're kind of back to what we used to have. And the down payment assistance programs are back. So Cal HFA, Platinum Grant, there's some programs that have really, really good turn times that we can actually close in a quicker time frame. So if you find that home that maybe has been sitting there for 30 days, 40 days, and the buyers the sellers are desperate for an offer, and you have a customer or client with using down payment assistance, it is possible. These programs are back, and reach out to us. If you have qualified people that maybe they just don't have the funds for down payment, there are programs that can assist these type of buyers.
And VA loans, as Mark mentioned, Movement Mortgage is amazing at VA loans. We've actually done several rescue loans for VA buyers because we don't require a clear Section 1 and Section 2 pest reports. I know a lot of sellers steer clear of VA offers because they don't want to have to do the Section 1 and Section 2 work, right? All that VA requires and all that Movement requires is the NPMA 33 form. Just shows that there's no pest infestation in the property. We've had rescue loans come on in here just in the last couple of weeks because of Section 1 items that couldn't be performed by the seller before they moved out. Buyer still wanted the house, Movement can get it done, right? We give a $500 credit to the vet through the close of escrow, and we waive our lender fees as a thank you. So Movement can rock any VA loan, and they're great with Movement on both buyer side and seller side. So please let us know how we can help.
righty, so I want to touch a little bit on a couple of things here. So kind of sticking with the theme of helping your buyers. So if you can, you don't necessarily want to be contingent when you're making an offer. That's, again, going to be another layer of making it tougher on getting the buyer's offer accepted. So if you have a client that owns a home that has significant equity and they're potentially able to, this would be our job to figure out, but if they're potentially able to qualify for that existing housing payment and the new housing payment, there might be a way that we can extract that equity out of their house to use towards the closing costs and down payment on the new house. We're doing that in many cases, and we're structuring it to where we do a first-second combination loan on the new purchase, and then when they sell their existing house after the close of escrow, they can go in there and take those funds and they can pay off that second mortgage. There's no prepayment penalty. There's several banks that we work with that are really, really good with these second mortgages, these HELOCs, lines of credit. And so it does two things. One, potentially allows you guys to not have to make contingent offers. And the second thing is that for those buyers that might not qualify for maybe a jumbo loan, or maybe we don't have the time frame to do the transaction for jumbo loan, we could maybe structure a first-second combination if we need to go over those county loan limits, which in our area is $598,000. So there might be situations where they want to buy a $900,000 home. We do a first mortgage at $598,000. We do a second mortgage at $100,000, something like that, and they're coming in with the difference. So again, if you have somebody that owns a home, significant equity, they want to buy another home, but they don't want to be contingent, reach out to us and we could see if we can structure it to where we can extract that equity and get them into a home without having to be contingent.
And I know we talked quite a bit about Home IQ earlier. Movement is partnered with Realty One Group with Home IQ. Just let us know. We can get you all set up. We can partner with you. And they've got great training available as well. So just let us know. We would be happy to partner with you. And as Greg said, it's free for you guys and we take care of it for you financially. So
yeah, and if you want to put your email in the chat there, Becky and I can send you sign up instructions. And as she mentioned, there's no charge to you. And it's been a tremendous tool for agents, for us, and for the clients that sign up for it. And I think this is our last section here. So, appraisals could be challenging right now because these houses are getting bid up so high that appraisers are going in and it's a little bit of a challenge because they have to go back in time and use past data and they might not necessarily have the comps. But one thing that we suggest is if you're the listing agent and you're trying to justify a higher value, meet with the appraiser. Appraisers don't mind this, honestly. If you're showing them comps, you're showing them the contract that show the offers that you received, and you can say, hey, look, we've had 10 offers on this home, over asking. That's going to help the appraiser justify that values are in fact increasing in that neighborhood. If the home has solar, try to get the data from the homeowner. How big is the system? How much energy does it produce? The more information you could give the appraiser, the easier it's going to be on them to justify a better value on the appraisal. Because one of the things, yes, properties are going up, but it might be a little bit hard for them to comp out. And so the more information they have, the better. And from what I have heard from other appraisers is that they actually appreciate this when agents do that. So no issues there at all. And I think last one.
we've got agent, yep. So monthly agent playbooks we have available for you. Mark and I bring them into the Rocklin office. We're happy to stick them in your folder for you. Let us know. There's tons of business growth development ideas that'll help you to grow your business. We want to partner with you, add value to you. So just let us know if you want a copy. We'll be happy to mail them to you, drop them in your folder, whatever works best for you is great.
Thank you, everybody. And I do see those
Thanks,
emails over there in the chat. So we'll be sure to send those email invites out today. Thanks for having us, Greg.
Hey guys, well, we literally, I think, got out right on time today. Hey Mark, the joys of working at home, right? I think I saw one of your little ones run by there, but that's quite all right. So,
did you see that?
Yeah, so that's all right. That's all right. Hey, just wanted to wrap things up today, guys. Again, thank you so much for everything today. And another little quick plug on what Mark was talking about, the agent playbook. I was actually, this is Keith's. He's got his mug on it, but all all the movement mortgage people have their own playbook. But I was actually looking through this morning. Keith sent this to me via mail, but I was looking through it this morning and I was just blown away at the content that's in here. Rules for a perfect day, 4 things your social media should demonstrate, how to use the script vault, agent marketing academy, how to stand out from the competition. Free every single month, lots of good content. I mean, I was planning on using some of this stuff for our next meeting because I think there's some good stuff in there. So just another shout out for the playbook. All you have to do is reach out to your favorite mortgage, Movement Mortgage LO, and they'll get you hooked up for that. So that's all I have today. Go out there, make it a great, fantastic day. Take my suggestion, do what I suggested to do, and that is go after those listings, right? The market is just right for you to go get those listings. Everybody have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to seeing each and every one of you very soon.